Hey. So I get home. I was watching a video, and all I could hear is, "It's a little too late to do the right thing now." Tanya Tucker done jumped in, and then it turned into, "Dream a little dream of me." Mama Cass had to come in, and then it just turned into Google Radio. And it makes me laugh though, because that's the motion right now. Like, all these people trying to come back, all these people that are, let me right my wrongs. No, you're wrong. Deuces. Take the L, I'll take the win. You had what you had, right? And we all have to start looking at life like that. Like, you had a chance. I don't look back. I don't do seconds. I'm not a buffet. I don't need your breadcrumbs. I own the bakery. You've got to put that kind of power into yourself, because you are not lonely. I will tell you, the more you can be alone, the more power you will have for yourself. It's not about, I need someone to validate me. If you need someone to validate you, you really need to be alone. You need to take some time for yourself, because empowerment comes from being alone. That means that you own your shit. That means that you don't let people create illusions and play in your energy and create future faking, is what I heard it. Oh, if we can get through this, then we can get through that. Nah, if we ain't going through it right now, you don't get to stay. This is my ship. I'm the captain. If you want to stay, you've got to play. That's how it works. You don't get to tell me, give me some time. You've had time. We've all had plenty of time. When it comes down to our energy, we have to learn to possess that. If you don't maintain your energy, someone is taking it piece by piece. Do you want to be drained for the rest of your life? Do you want to be exhausted for the rest of your life by the way that you let people treat you, by the way that you let people tear you down, by the way that you allow them to second guess you? Because it's on us. We treat people, we teach people how we will allow them to treat us. If you want to be a doormat, keep wiping the mud off. Just keep left and right. It's okay. It's okay. At some point, it's not okay, because you're not okay. You have to remind yourself that you have to save you. This isn't a natural disaster. It's called life. You either have to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and go, you know what? I'm going to do this because I can do bad all by myself. If I can do bad all by myself, then I'm going to wait until there's somebody that is willing to say the same thing. Because if you can do bad all by yourself and someone else can do bad all by themselves, and they're working on their dream and you're working on your dream, guess what? You can build an empire. But it's a matter of stop looking at people for face value. Because even my neighbor goes, man, that video you showed me blew my mind. And it was a woman turning herself into a Hollywood movie star. And she did not look like one 15 minutes prior in the video. And he was like, wow. And I was like, you have to be careful in the world that we're in, because there are illusions everywhere. I even said to one of the bosses at work today, we were doing something, and I said, all these people are just sucky butts. And he goes, they're what? I said, incubuses, sucky butts. They are energy vampires. There are people that you wouldn't even realize are feeding off of you. Some of them are friends. A lot of them are family. Co-workers. You can even go to church and find the same people. You have to put more value on yourself instead of waiting for somebody to say you're valuable. Because at some point, it's a little too late to do the right thing now. You cannot keep waiting for somebody to tell you you're valuable. Own that shit. I don't care how much you've been through. If you were to sit with me and talk about my story, you'd be like, how am I talking to you? By the divine graces of a higher power, that's how I'm talking to you. And all the things I could call out. And I have to sit here and go, I keep being called to speak on these things, but I have to be very careful about the whistles I want to blow. Because these are elites, these are big officials, that if you tell their secret, if you tell the game master's secrets, that spotlight comes like no tomorrow. I still have to know that in the essence of the whole scheme of life, there's a divine power that's telling me, hey, if you do it, I'll shine it brighter and you're protected. And it's still in the same sense going, I'm a little scared. I'm not going to lie. If I tell you what I know, if I tell the world what I know, where does that leave my family? And it's funny because when I was married to my kid's dad, I was all about going to the marches and the things that were fighting for freedom. And he kept going, you're going to do your kids like that? He kept pulling me back. And he would not let me be the freedom fighter that I was trying to be at the time. And everything inside of me kept going, you're going against a higher power. The more that I went against it, the more I learned about what I needed to speak about. And that was the hard part, because it's like, how do you tell people you're with somebody that's eating you alive? I see it in your face. I see the way you walk with your shoulders hunched. You look down. It's yes, sir. Okay, whatever you say. At what point did we feel like that we were a possession instead of a reward? You have to realize you're golden, that anybody that wants to be with you, especially if you spread love and light, they have to earn the right to be next to you, because you shine so bright. Anybody that sees that you shine so bright, they're going to keep trying to tear you down. Even I shared a video earlier today about how I found out a friend was a frenemy. Like, why do you get that? What did you do? Bitch, you know about my past. What did I do? I've handled people like you my entire life. You think because you know me, you get to step into my energy? That's not how this works. Because I know my value. I know my place. I know that if you stand next to me, you little dung beetle, that the shit washes off of you and you shine bright. But that's not on me to give that to you. That's on you to find that for yourself. And I'm at a point in my life where it's not arrogance, it's confidence. And hopefully a lot of you are getting the same thing, that you have to realize that, shoot, turn your nose up a little bit, look the other way. Don't even make eye contact with the people that are lesser than you, that keep trying to pull you down. Because the more that you acknowledge them, the more they will devalue you. And the more that you allow them to devalue you, you're going to stay stuck in the muck. But you deserve to fly, soar, shine. It takes a lot for someone to realize, I don't deserve this. And you have to admit to yourself, I don't deserve this. Now, if you're going around spreading gossip, rumors, lies, stabbing people in the back, yeah, you deserve it. But if you're somebody that does good things for other people with an open heart, open mind, you do forward thinking, you have goals, you have dreams, you have desires, you don't deserve none of that shit that the darkness is trying to bring to you. And at some point, you're going to say, you know what? Hold it high, shoulders back, belly in. I deserve better than that. And then at some point you're singing, dream a little dream of me. Because even earlier, all I could hear is, this is a man's world. And of course it followed up, but it wouldn't be nothing without the love of a woman or a girl. And we have to realize as feminines, and I'm not hating on masculines right now, but as feminines, we have the nurturing, loving, compassionate, that side to us that says, good job. I'm proud of you. because I've been in masculine energy, that survivor, that push, that go. I will wear myself out, and I've been that feminine of, oh, good job, baby. I'm so proud. Oh, you did such a good job. And all it was a little scribble. But empowering others to reach their full potential, that is the feminine. And the masculine is teaching you to go, oh, stand up taller, have that confidence, work as hard as you need to make sure your family is provided for. The protector and the guider. And when you can become the two together, you don't need all the nonsense in between. It does intimidate a lot of people, but it empowers you. The way to get the get back is to go, no, I'm all right without that. You can be a little bit of everything. Mix it around, mash it up. And it takes time, but that means you have to know thyself. That means that you have to be willing to be flexible. That means you have to be willing to hustle. That means you have to be willing to put your pride aside and admit when you're wrong. That means that you have to build yourself up when no one else is around. And this is the build up. This is me telling you, you are worth more than anybody will ever give you credit for, because more than likely the people you're around want to devalue you so they don't have to try. If that's the case, tell them goodbye. Because you're going to stay stuck in a rut if you don't get to a point where you can go, I deserve better than this. And that was the final straw for me. The thing that said, you know what? I don't have to take this. I'm not going to take this. They don't deserve that. I don't deserve that. And I will do what I have to do to ensure that they never feel that way again. It's up to us to make sure that the next generation can hold their head high. It's up to us to make sure that they know what love is, even if we don't. I've been around a lot of toxic people. I have been torn down. I have been through spiritual warfare. I have been through battles of the mind. I have been through broken hearts. I have been through physical body damage from standing up for that which was right. But I've healed. I've grown. I've stood taller, and I've made people go, something so small. Yes, it can feel so dangerous. Because the one thing I taught my kids, you always look a little crazy, because they don't know if you're dangerous or if you're just out of your mind. That's actually the safe place in this whole mental institution called Earth. Because at some point, everyone heard, this is a man's world, and they didn't realize the rest of it. It takes unity. It takes two coming together to go, you know what? I'm going to give better for the next generation. And if I don't have the two, I will become the two, and I will make sure that I pave the way for my generation, my children, my genes to go, you know what? I can walk with my head held high, and I know where I came from, I know how I healed, and I know where I'm going. And I'm not going back to what I came from. But we do that by showing them through our actions, our lessons, our blessings, and we show them they deserve better than what the world is offering. And at some point, you don't take what's offered. You start demanding what is deserved. So put yourself on a pedestal. Anyone tries to come along and knock you off, knock their ass out, because you deserve the world. You deserve the stars. You deserve the right to get to dream and believe in something that is bigger than yourself, because it starts right there. One small seed becomes a new reality. You don't believe me? Look at the tires on the car you drive. Look at all these trends that come along. Cell phones, technology. It is amping up, and at some point we might drive ourselves crazy, because we have to start dreaming about how we can use these things to better our lives rather than to desensitize our minds and allow others to continue to have control over us. It starts with you, and you can take it so much further than you give yourself credit for. I believe in you because I believed in me, and I have seen the paths light up. Follow the yellow brick road. Peace out.